Next slide. When girls warn married, okay, this is one of those things where you can learn to read between the lines on social media. When you take social media for face value, it can be confusing. So you have to remember that girls in general, not every case, but in general, use social media as a signaling device. There's more or not exactly what she presents is the message. If a girl uses social media to put her kids, and Bunny's good about explaining this, it's always her and she has her hair up in a bun and she's got her sweats on and her kids are with her and or her husband, she's not, this is not what it's about. Or if she's like posts mostly pictures of her kids, this is, she's using it for what it was a design, which is to stay in touch with like relatives. Because back in the day, everybody just emailed pictures, but she wants her mom to be able to see the kids or the uncles and the aunts and, you know, the family and the neighborhood friends. That's a whole different category. But the vast, let's say single women, what are they communicating? So when girls warn married men to stop contacting her in her direct messaging on social media, she doesn't really care about that. What she wants to signal, what she wants to know is that she wants men to know she's single. It's a double whammy. And she wants other women to believe that she is hot enough to attract their husbands. It creates competition anxiety. Those are the two things that she's really communicating. She doesn't care. I mean, you'll see every single girl will pop up, and it's almost like they all buy a Jeep and they all get boob jobs and they all will go through a certain cycle before they get remarried. That you will see they pop up and they say, they'll tell a story of like where a guy didn't tell them that he was married until like the second or third date, or, you know, I can't believe this married man was, you know, stalking me or hitting on me. And I was like, you're a married man. And none of it has to do, it doesn't even have to be true. It could be completely fictional. But the conveyance, what is important is she lets guys know that she's single. Maybe she hasn't given them a reminder often enough. And she wants women to believe that she's hot enough to attract their husband. The first one is the easiest to wrap your head around because girls, you know, want men to know if she doesn't have a boyfriend, she needs people to know that she's on the market. Some women will kind of hide it after, I mean, they're single for like 3 or 4 or 5 years. It's almost embarrassing at a certain point because a girl defines herself with her relationship to a man. So if she's been single for 4 or 5 years, there starts to become they start losing social status. So she's going to keep that hidden, but letting guys know that married men are, you'll see again, in our world, we go, is there really that much like ass kissing going on? And then if you ever go to social media and you forget, and then you go to like the comments under something like, you know, hey, you'll see, oh, you're a beautiful woman. Oh, yeah, I would never do that to you. I mean, hundreds of comments, and you're like, what is going on here? So just recognize that when you're looking at social media, especially for a girl that isn't using it for just to like keep in contact with her family, and you see, if you see unflattering pictures of her, you can bet that she's using it for something other than attracting men, which is women's primary goal with almost anything. When girls warn married men to stop contacting her DMs on social media, and you see it almost weekly, she doesn't really care about that. She wants men to know she's single and other women to believe she is hot enough to attract their husbands. And that's what it's really there for. And it's like one of the guys says, fact. And it is a fact. It's very, very, you're not making a mistake when you assume that when you see something like that.